6 hours in the vinegar. Not sure if you can see the hamon line. We will see it better when we clean it up. What we will do is we will leave this in overnight. It's already dark outside, so I'm not in the mood to work too much. But I was thinking to prepare a little bit stuff for the handles. So I'm thinking walnut, pear, crosscut, or end grain, olive. This one should turn out nice because you can see clearly this dark parts. End grain of oak. There are some cracks, but typically when I fill them up with the glue, it stays good. And I think I will use some of this olive burl, but I'm not sure how. Because if I cut it like this, I'm getting these smaller pieces, so I'm not sure what I'm getting out of that, you know, 1 or 2 handles. But if I cut it like this, I'm getting 2 parts for the handle. Well, anyway, I need to think about that. Then I have the Vinegar. This is the first part, the maple, that's the middle one. But unfortunately I cannot show you there. Now I don't have any knife, so I will make it and you will be, then I will show you and explain how it goes. Quick update. I didn't bother you with cutting because it will make video extra long, but you are aware how to do it. It is simple. This side flat as much as possible maple and Vinegar. Of course it will be shortened. I just didn't do it on this one, doesn't matter. And this goes inside. I will show you this next. I drill the holes and I do some stuff. I will make it and I explain how to drill the hole. You will know. So here they are. As I said, Vinegar, maple, and whatever the main part, and the construction. Completely true, not completely true, and just enough to sit nicely in there. Now this one might be a little bit long, so I will check them individually and potentially, you know, fix it. But that's the idea. Now, making a hole, burn through for the blade, and then basically we have the construction ready. What we need to do then is glue it up and shape it. The previous piece of wood might have made it too thin, but we will see how that will work. Just knocking off the edges, maybe it will be okay. Just have to be careful not to go too deep, and I should be safe. I wanted to do it on purpose because typically I always use big chunks of wood and then it's just way too much grinding and I'm not careful. But here I try to make it as, you know, them fit as possible together, so there is less issues later on. So, but for example, you see here, this one I probably drilled too deep. and there is just a small part protruding. The key here, in my opinion, is that once I fill this with the glue, this stick holds everything together so strong that one time when I wanted to take off the handle, I had to burn it off completely, because once the epoxy hardened, it was impossible to get it off. And I think this one adds a lot to the strength of the bond. So as here it's a little bit short, there are two things that I can do. I will put a lot of glue, and I will not squeeze it all the way in. So just, you know, squeeze it so the glue goes out. I will leave a little bit glue on the bottom. I might cut a different one a little bit longer, or I might put a piece of wood inside. But essentially, even with this, I think should hold. I just want to make sure it is really like crazy strong. So that's it. As I said, now I'm checking this one. Either something is not completely flat, I see it moving, so I'll probably just grind this one a little bit more. I think it doesn't. So it's the glue will fill all the gaps, so you are good. It will not be a problem. But the more flat, the more everything fits together now, the less work you have later. So be sure of that you prepare it. But even if you are putting together a big chunk, don't worry, even that will work. So just don't complicate, you know, go and do it. I fixed that one because I remembered of the simple solution. Just cut it off and make sure everything fits, so it's perfect. Now, tip, because you all know how to drill this hole, it's not a problem. When you drill a hole, typically the drill bit will make a small point in the center, right? And then you leverage this point, because if we now go and drill the hole here, we can nail it or not, because I'm eyeballing this position. So, but if I go this way and just let the drill bit sinks into that hole left by the bigger drill bit, I'm pretty sure this small hole is dead center. And I will show you very soon why I need this hole. So the second one, and I'm just putting it all together now, because I don't want to think then later what fits better, what not. Now all of them fit together quite nicely, so I will keep them like that. And of course, my steel, it's 2.2 millimeters. So I make sure I use 2 millimeters drill bit. So the hole is not bigger than my blade thickness, because I don't want on a final knife, you know, too many gaps at the point where the steel enters the wooden part. Of course, it will probably not be perfect. I'm not, as you saw so far, I'm not using any, you know, machinery like CNC or something, but I'm working all this stuff with the simple tools, relatively simple. Okay, let's call it like that. Now, here I have old, I think is cracked, yeah, cracked blade, which is same thickness. Actually, it's a little bit thinner. And what I'm doing with this one, putting my block with a hole, so from the surface where the blade will go out, or, you know, get in, whichever way you are looking. Just so you know what's going on in the background, I'm heating up this one. I will just put it away because it's inconvenient, but you will hear it, so you know what's going on. I tinned this one. Now I make sure I nail the hole, and I will now tell you another trick. As I have this steel a little bit thinner, I move it back and forth a little bit, and here it is. So it's almost ready. I will get in with a needle, I think they are called needle file. Just open this up until the blade gets in, but for this phase, until my blades are out of the vinegar, this is it. So I'll just do now the other ones and we are good. One last tip regarding this. If you hold this in your hand and try to push it through, first you can burn yourself. Second one, try it so you can see, but it will tend to twist. So what I'm doing is, this is fixed. I put my hand here, you see it's like that, and like this I can really nail that hole really precisely. If I do it like have everything in the air, I doubt I will nail it. So these are just small tips and tricks that might help you getting better results faster. So now we wait for the knives to get out of patina, and then we're fitting them to the handles and gluing them. Time to get knives out of the vinegar. I need to prepare some towels. In reality, I have only capabilities to glue 2, potentially 3 in one go. But I will take it easy and I will just do it. I will do 2, and then I will, once that is done, I will glue next to. What I will do is take all the knives out, just so I have them ready, and I'm not, and I also have a little bit more space to work with. So we will see what will come up, sorry, what will come out. Yesterday I was trying some, as occasionally I'm cleaning them because I saw in one tutorial that the patina that is appearing on the knife, or sorry, forming on the knife, is preventing new oxidation, let's say. So here and there, take it out and just clean it and put it back in, and then should be all good. I think I mentioned in one of my videos before, what is really important is to really heat up the vinegar. Then the edge will be good. And now when I'm saying edge, there are two things. One thing, of course, is to get this dark patina, but other one is to, how shall I say, it will make the surface not shiny. So it's it will edge the surface, and it will become, I don't know if the mate is a proper English word for that, but non-shiny, let's say. So this is the one with the jamon, but you can see this was the one that was really severely bended. So it was like that. I had to straighten it. So I was hitting the back. So you can see these are the marks where it's different hardness of the blade. So I was thinking whether this is okay or not, but in my opinion, just adds to a different level of character to the blade. So I will put it together and we will see what the people will say. What I like is to really, you know, pass a lot of things that I do, which maybe some would not be according to, I don't know, some sort of associations of, you know, knife makers or whatever. But then again, there is enough of those, so I can go ahead and make something on my own and really see what people like. That's, I think, important. So it's not all the same in the market. So it's and you know, whoever doesn't like it doesn't have to, you know, get it or. This one turned pretty awesome. I'm always checking for the bends because I don't know why it appears to me that possibly sometime, check this out, love this one, that during the, okay, I don't know, during the post heat treatment, somehow the blade bends a little bit, get a little bit of curve. So, but this could also be due to the fact that I heat treat in the evening, and then the overall light, it's not optimum. So I have this one is also very interesting. I will show you this one. This one, you can see the shape is different. This one was also bent, so I had to do a little bit of jumping through hoops to salvage it. So the shape is a bit different, which is, it is extremely thin over there at the point. I think this one will be very good, not exactly as a classic fillet knife, but you know, where certain flexibility is needed. I will show you this when I clean it up, so I don't take the gloves off. The funny thing about this knife is that yesterday here this splotch was very strong. And this is also where I was straightening it, and the change in the hardness appeared. So I think I will have 2 of these type. Now move forward. So far I'm quite happy. Each one is different. What I was thinking yesterday is all my handles are different. So which one to put on which knife? Because, you know, then when I show it to people, people will say, oh damn, I like this blade, but it would be perfect, it would have a handle like this, you know. And then, but as I had this kind of stuff before, this one is like textbook hamon appearance. Sometimes you will see people doing hamons, or sorry, patina, and as the knife, they would take it out of the vinegar, they would put it under the water, running water from the tap water, and the blade would remain darker. I don't do that because that is a really like film on the surface, but film that you can, it will, in my opinion, go down or be scratched with use. Of course, I'm talking mostly bushcraft knives with you know, batoning and this kind of stuff. That type of patina will probably go off. So that's why I wipe mine off, so it loses a lot, but what it is, it will stay quite long time. And the last one, I'm making a little bit more of them, and also keeping this, let's say, different shapes, because I'm going to the knife exhibition and I want to have different things to show, you know, give people options. And also this one, this is shown really strongly, so it will be nice explanatory blade, if I may call it so. You can see here, this is like a, one guy told me auto hamon, so it appeared by itself. It means here the blade was not hot before I quenched it, and here it was. So this is also to be seen what is the difference between unheat treated blade and heat treated blade. So somebody would say, oh, but this one, when you were doing this, now it's soft. It's not soft. It will cut well, but we will do a test anyway after the blade is finished. And now here is something which I hate, and I think I will have to leave this one inside, or not, maybe. So what's happening is, as I'm cleaning blades up, I'm leaving them on the table here, and obviously there are droplets of vinegar dropping on them, and where they form, they etch through the patina, and then, but I can see it's okay, it's fixed, and anyway I'm done with that, so shouldn't be a big issue. That's it. Now put these things away, and what I need to do next is fit the blades to the handles. I will show you that in a sec. Just to take the gloves off. So that's out of the way. That too. All the blades. And now need to fit them into these holes. What I need to do is grind off this. You remember I said in the beginning of the video I leave this so it's easier to hold when grinding, but now that is not needed anymore, so I can grind it off. So what I will do is move the camera to another spot, because I want to put the blades out of the way and I will want to ruin them. I mean, ruin them meaning not getting any droplets on them or anything like that. The blades are currently dark gray. You saw as you take them out of the vinegar, they will be a little bit lighter. Then even on the if you leave them on the air, I'm not sure if that's, you know, yeah, in the air, whatever, they will oxidize a little bit more, so they will become a little bit darker. Then when you put the oil on them, then the contrast will pop up. So all of them are fit. Maybe there are some minor adjustments here and there, but in general I'm happy with the current situation. I have 5. I will probably now glue 2 of them because I only have one big vise and one small one. There is option to do it in some other way, but I like to avoid that one. I once broke one knife, so I probably will not use that. So for now 2, and then once that is done I will glue other 2 and shape the first 2, so it will be a good, I think, workflow.